when I was 14, me living in Europe, we had a major blow-up of a nuclear power plant in the Ukraine. And we were told over the news that we were not allowed to get in touch with the rain because the rain was radioactively polluted. And I just couldn't believe what I heard in the news. And I just thought, no, we have to do something about that, that we are actually able to run a technology that, that crosses borders that quickly, where an accident and the consequences of an accident are actually crossing border that quickly, and where the damage can be that devastating that you can't actually, that you have to remove large parts of the population from that area. I just thought that shouldn't be the way how we produce energy. So that is literally how I got sort of socialized in the energy sector and where I started raising questions. And very quickly, I learned, wait a minute, we don't actually need this dangerous technologies. There's a huge amount of energy that surrounds us. There's wind, there's sun, and there's heat beneath our feet. And we actually do have the technologies to make use of them. I'm heading the Climate Energy Department at the World Future Council, and the World Future Council is an NGO policy think tank, and we're identifying political mechanisms that have helped to meet the interest of future generations. So we are saying we try to be the voice of future generations that is not born yet, and what would be their interests upon our generations today. And at the climate energy work, we are scanning the market of political ideas, concepts that helped to unleash the massive development of renewable energy. And there are quite a few good examples. And as renewable energy now is competitive and not expensive anymore, even cheaper than fossil fuels or nuclear power, we just need to adapt the policy environment to make the investment to come in your country, and that's what we're doing. The most challenging part of my job is to not get frustrated, because sometimes very simple things seem to be insurmountable. For example, at the renewable energy market, it's cheap, it's affordable, it's everywhere, it surrounds us wherever you are, so we have the technologies, and we're still seeing politicians rather favoring coal power plants or centralistic, monopolistic nuclear power plants. And I think that is sometimes frustrating, because I think things can or could go so much quicker. But on the other hand, if you see the huge progress that has been made in the renewable energy development, and the International Renewable Energy Agency is really contributing to that process a great deal, then this is actually encouraging. This is hugely encouraging. And by the way, sometimes the energy market seems to be boring, complicated, techy, but in fact I think it's one of the most fascinating themes that you can ever imagine. The most exciting part of my job is actually to see the progress, and that is actually really, really hugely encouraging. When you would have told me that countries like Germany are getting, on a sunny day, 30 to 40% of their electricity only from solar cells on the thousands of rooftop installations, I would have not believed. I would have thought, no, I don't think that it's going to be the case in 10 years. I probably think we need much longer for that. But no, there we are. So that is actually very encouraging. What also encourages me a lot is to work with people all over the world, to sit down with parliamentarians from Senegal, or from Tanzania, or from Uganda, or from South Africa, or from India, and to understand their needs, to understand what their concerns are, and then transfer this again back to our concepts and make sense of that, and sort of have this really, you actually really get the feeling that you can do something about it. You don't have to accept the world as it is. Ten years ago, I would have said, be sure that you have campaigning skills, because it was very much sort of, trying to create huge things or trying to get a huge vessel going, and you need really campaigning skills to overcome political barriers. Nowadays, in the renewable energy sector, it is really also about the economy. So make sure that you do know the numbers, that you know a little bit of the technology, but still keep a little bit of the campaigning skills, because we're not there yet. And that would be my advice, and I think it is one of the, if not the most future-oriented market that you can actually perceive of.